brothers and sisters of light and dark. Welcome to my live video feed. And once I talk about common sense, I try to keep it down. 10 minutes, it goes over 10 minutes, some very fucking important. And not important to liberals, libertarians, people who believe in God, people like to smoke, people like to joke, people who like to drink ayahuasca, people like to all that shit. That's 90% of you. People who can't think outside the box. Okay, your friendly neighborhood Sexologist. I am here. Hear me roar. And as I said before, I do not seek lots of. I'm not ambitious, and I'm not ambitious, and I don't seek subscribers or like that because most of you are idiots. Technically, you are okay. And I'm only interested in the elite. Okay, whenever someone pops up in here, I consider them the elite because they understand where I'm coming from. Okay, if as a matter of fact, you're elite, even if you disagree with me, just to have some sort of two-way rapport going on. Because I talked to hundreds of people in my life, thousands of people in my life. I had lost count of how many motherfuckers I've actually talked to and how many idiots I run across all the time. Liberalism is a mental disorder. Michael fucking Savage. But of course, we got topics to talk about today, and I'm gonna try to keep it down under 10 minutes. If it goes over 10 minutes, it's something very, very, very important as usual. And if you pop up in here, I would like to share your Cash App. I'm going to go over the two things. Today's topic will be, okay, let me go into my, okay, let me see here, the banners. Let me activate that. Okay. If you say something in the comment section, it will, and you're in this chat, it will go to the private section. If you're online on the YouTube watching me, it will go into the comment section. So you see my link to how to join the feed, okay? And of course, I try to keep it down. When I'm talking, no one talks over the master. All right, I'll just mute your mic. Okay? If you want to talk, I'll let you talk. If there's going to be an argument, I'll mute your mic. Okay? It's not really hard to do, but I like to keep order in my shit. My shit is too fucking organized. I'm all over the place, but that's always fucking interesting because you learn something new every fucking day. All right? All right. Sometimes you hear my child comes in here and comes out. They ain't breaking no laws. Okay, I'm in the video all of the time, and no child is left behind. No child is being abused. All right, okay. Now, the topics for today is that how to spot a Lilith and alphas and unicorns. We are going to talk about that. But before I talk about that, I want people to understand how to subscribe and turn on your notification buttons. How you been doing? Why is she crying? Did you do something to her? Your toy. What's the matter? Maybe it was an accident, baby. She's a baby. She didn't know what she was doing. Okay, did you throw a book at her head? You threw a book at her head? Huh? She says sorry. She can't say sorry now. She can't talk. She's only 2 years old, okay? All right, see what I got to deal with? Now go ahead and play your game. I'm on the video chat, okay? Now, there's a lot of people who are afraid out there, so they can't do what I do. I don't get banned because I'm following procedure and shit. I read all the rules and regulations about the new child laws and everything like that. As long as the adult is in there, it's all entertainment, peoples and blogs. You can show your child on the blog and the people and everything like that. Let me sign in on my PC. My boy Rad maybe popped up in here. Because I think he's a psychology major, okay? Because I went to school for psychology. I got my degrees and shit like that. Self-educated also as well. Because you don't need to go to some institutionalized just to be institutionalized. You really don't. There's hackers out there who never go to school and they can take over your computer, motherfuckers. So we know this is a fact, right? All right, okay. Let me see. So you okay, baby? You okay? You look at, see, this is my baby dog, my dog. Say hello. All right, okay. Everything's gonna be fine. I say shit, motherfucker, asshole and shit. And people get mad, and I'm not saying anything abusive. The baby's only 2 years old, and doesn't matter who it is. I'm allowed to say those things. My daughter's not being abused. She is smarter than you think. And she'll understand what those curse words mean in a different format. Okay? So please don't take it seriously. Okay? Y'all motherfuckers be reporting shit, doing stupid shit behind the scenes when I know already about the rules and regulations. Do you think I don't read the little fine print and shit? But what you're not allowed to do is basically in the video, right? And not label it as childlike, okay? And then, and so what is this? You missed a video chat with Rad. I said, no, I did not, dog. I said, what is he talking Okay, I can't do video chat right now. I told you I get scared. He's an idiot sometimes. The rat can be an idiot. He can be so smart, but it's kind of stupid. He want to do a video chat. What? You understand me? I digress here. We're going to talk about how to spot a Lilith. I wrote down a list of things as usual that y'all should be picking up on. I should show before. I just had an argument with my brother, and maybe he may come over here and talk about illegitimacy, okay, and also retardation, and also people are dysfunctional, because most people are dysfunctional. Okay, you may consider me dysfunctional, but I'm really not, because I'm more educated than you are. And I know that sounds kind of arrogant, but I'm sorry, okay? I am more educated than most of you. And I'm schizo too. Okay, damn, that's fucked up. I'll see a lot of great topics to talk about come on your show, and then you bring me on the show to make me look like a fool, and it's not working. It's not going to work because people are still going to be drawn to me. And eventually, as I said before I get on with the topic, please turn on the notification bell, specifically for me, if you want to know a little bit about me as much as you can. And please understand that things can go many different ways when you come down the rabbit hole. All right, I sent you a goddamn link. Okay, what is he saying? You said I didn't send him a link. I said I just sent you a link, motherfucker. Okay, wait, what the? You come on here. Okay, there you go. We sent it again. Okay, people do stupid stuff sometimes, and then they want to get on here because the canary virus puts their ass in the motherfucking box. Okay, it's okay. It's okay. I told you I put that spell on people. People have to die. When the world is the way it is, the earth has this way of regurgitating and taking your body and putting it back into the earth shield. Okay, motherfuckers. Y'all motherfuckers don't understand what this planet's about. I'm your Jesus. I have no sins in my past. And most of the time, y'all don't even know what a sin goddamn is, okay? But it's okay. I digress here. Let's go on. How to spot a fucking Lilith. Now, if I get interrupted, I'll just start all over again. But at the same time, to make it clear that whoever joins in here will be talking. And they will be talking. If I interject, then I am allowed to interject because I'm the goddamn, who am I? The motherfucking host. That's who the fuck I am. You watch, you say something in the comment section, we're going to talk about your topic. Very briefly, though. We're going to just knock it out of the box. We ain't going to be long-winded about different countries because we already understand. When you come on this page, we already understand what you're saying. Just keep it short. I can talk for a whole entire fucking 30, 40 fucking minutes straight through with my topics. If you basically can't be simple as much as I can, we're going to have a little problem because you're emotional, okay? And most people are emotional. But let's get on with the topic saying how to spot a Lilith. Now, if any of those individuals who don't know what Lilith is, I'm going to repeat it again as much as I can until the day I die. Because we got all day because we in canary virus zone, right? All right. So Lilith is the first wife of Adam. Look it up. Apocryphal records. It's in the Ethiopian Canon record. The record of the Lotus War. You know about the anime? The record of the Lotus War. That movie was top of the line, man. Elves and shit. Demons and dark elves and shit like that. There's two versions of the record of Lotus War was tight. I don't like the newer version though. But anyway, I digress here. Lilith was born from dirt. Let me tell you a story about Lilith now here. All right, pay attention now. She was born from dirt. Now, Lilith is only talked about one time in the Bible. One time in the Bible. But understand who Lilith was. Okay? I'm trying to give you a brief story synopsis of it. Basically, she was the first wife of Adam. They tried to have a sexual position. I think she was a hermaphrodite, probably so. There's many different variations of who Lilith was and why they disagreed sexually on some sort of typical type of fucking sexual position. I don't know what the fuck, but I'm pretty sure he was endowed and she probably was well endowed too. Wink, wink. She probably was a hermaphrodite. So she probably wanted to fuck Adam. I don't know. Okay. So basically, Adam was mad. So he ran to God. So in the meantime, Lilith was basically sitting in the bush somewhere. And she saw what Adam did instead of, talking together. And she just got pissed. That's all. Lilith just got pissed. So basically, she went to the Red Sea. She somehow disappeared out of the Garden of Eden, went to the Red Sea, and the angels could not find her because Adam was talking to the angels and they had counsel and shit. I'm like, oh, what the fuck is this? Holy shit. Now, remember, the God in the Bible is a demiurge God. Okay? So if you don't know the demiurge God, look it up. A God who looks like us, who thinks like us, and has physical attributes of something like this. Because he was stepping in the trees, he was there. People saw him and smelled him. Some physical attributes. Okay, not in cross-dimension times and spaces. But anyway, Adam said, "Okay, where's the wife? Where's she at?" They couldn't find her. So basically, God had to send his angels instead of using his miraculous power. You know, a lot of things is taken out of the Bible, but people still believe in the Bible. Okay, there's over 3,500 different types of gods, but people believe in Jesus. Okay, Allah and some other miscellaneous gods. That's not important. Okay, so Lilith went to the Red Sea and disappeared from the Garden of Eden. I don't know what the fuck is up with that story, but they couldn't find her. And then they eventually did find her, and she was in the Red Sea, and she was deformed and changed and stuff like that because she called on the secret name of God. Remember, Lilith called on the secret name of God. What the fuck? What a miraculous, beautiful fucking story. I think they should make it in the movies. She called on the secret name of God, and guess what happened? Guess what the fuck happened? God told her to come her ass back. Every 100 and something children that is born will be cursed to die. Okay, we're cursed to die. Cursed to die. Okay, cursed to die. No, she's not being abused. Swing words. I'm not doing anything to her. Don't focus on her. Now, you okay? You sure? Say hello. All right. Okay. So Lilith, okay, most likely didn't want to come back. I was like, holy shit, you guys. I'm like, oh man, Lilith didn't want to come back. And God just couldn't snap her ass back. What kind of power, limitation of power that God has? Okay, you gotta think like that. Okay. Now my boy Red just popped up in here. All right, hold on. Now I can't see your picture now, Red. Let me see your picture first. Yeah, you go on the computer? Let me see if I can get him on right now. All right, Rad, are you there? Okay, I don't know where you at, but anyway, we're gonna continue to talk about the story of Lilith. So, okay, Lilith didn't want to come back. So, all 100 of her children was to be cursed to die. Okay, and she never returned. Isn't that an interesting fucking story? But people say all across throughout Africa that Lilith goes into the dreams of men since she has deformed herself and goes into their dreams and encourages women to be as equal to men. But don't get me wrong, Lilith was probably equal to Adam in every fucking way. Okay. Go ahead. She was equal to Adam. But the problem is that, you know, people understand this story. They should know this story. She can transfer. She's a succubus. She takes advantage. They say she was in the tree. She turned herself into a serpent because she represents the serpent. She represents succubus. She represents the Jezebel. She represents the anger of her. So God didn't destroy her. So you tell the mathematical equations of how powerful God is. I'm like, why could he not destroy Lilith? But you know, captured Lilith one time? It was King Solomon. King Solomon the Great captured Lilith and pinned her against the pillar because that's the only part of her body is actually in the material plane. Okay. And she tried to warn Solomon of something, but Solomon did not like her kind walking into his kingdom. Remember, Solomon is the most powerful, wisest man of all time, more wiser than Jesus. Okay, more happier than Jesus. And Solomon did not fear God because he understood. Okay, all right. So we got that out of the way. So since we understand what Lilith is about, Lilith goes into the dreams of women, okay, who empowers her to create these bastard children. Either they're born succubus or incubus. Now, don't get me wrong for every verbatim I say now here. I don't know it's 100%, but incubus is supposed to empower, take the seed of a male or something like that. And succubus are supposed to make women, supposed to empower women. And succubus also do extra damage by seducing men in their dreams and shit, and making them lust for women even more. So it's a spiritual battle at all times. It's always a spiritual battle. Now, if Rad don't come here, he say he's trying to use his computer and his laptop. And I told him, hey, man, you should just test it out before you, I sent you the link now. Your computer is probably slow, or your internet is fucking slow. I did want to talk about 7G and 8G in Norway, but of course, we're going to talk about that for another subject. Right now, we're going to talk about alphas and unicorns. We're going to talk about how to spot a Lilith. So now we are going to go into the subject, since you know who Lilith is. All right, okay. She's a spiritual deity, a demonic deity, a feminine energy, which in Africa, they have these medallions and shit, in which they protect their daughters, okay, from this spirit, okay. And they all, tradition says also always wants to check the child their vagina and their vulva and shit. Make sure their hymen is there intact. Okay, but people don't do that no more because they think that's intrusive or personal. Okay, but if you don't do it, just like T.I. said, I always check my females, and that's a great thing. Because once that female has lost her ability to propagate the proper way, let me see. Rad Dad, you're in there again? How you been? It's your internet? It looks like it's your internet. Maybe it's my internet. I don't know. But I see you trying to pop up in there, Rad. You're may have to use your phone because I told you there's a different bandwidth of information that the computer has received, and you may not be able to get through, okay? I told you these phones are a bit more powerful. They have a shorter antenna and they can pick up some more. It's kind of weird shit these phones have. They have more powerful antennas than a fucking computer. I keep trying to fight with these PC fanboys. Like, these consoles is pushing out quite a lot of juice, okay? And this network frequency is it could be much faster, okay? It's going to be much faster. And that's why I said, if you're PC race fanboys, you're paying $33,000. You're paying $3,000 for a motherfucking computer. Why not pay $700 for a powerful game console? Okay, I don't understand that. It's more convenient to have a fucking PC, it's a much more advantage to have a gaming console than over. I digress here. I know I get off the subject. Please understand that. I'm not your average man. I'm not your Peter man. Now, so since you understand who Lilith is, these are the things to look out for when you see a woman on the street. Naturally thinking, if you're like the mentalist like myself, you can read people by an 80% accuracy. If you just pay attention to human behavior. Okay? You can't do eugenics. You don't need it. You can just look at people and understand their statue, how the way they stand. You can understand how their personification just by listening just a little bit, and also watching their movements, certain postures and features, and certain things, the clothes they wear. I've been doing this for years, you guys. You know how old I am? Take a guess. But anyway, if you have any comments, questions, insults, or roast fest, you put it down below. I don't mind insults too. You call me a baboon, I'll call you something back. But you better, if you have a face on there, you'll be much more embarrassed because I'll allow you to make fun of me because I'm a master at it. Okay, all right? All right, okay. Now let's continue on here. So if you're walking down the street and you see a woman with colorful nails, this is the first sign. The talons is the form of the succubus. So think in her head, her narcissistic head. Most women, the number one narcissist in the world are women, right? So we know this fact, right? Okay, it's way tipping the scale. That's why we have chaos in the world, right? So naturally speaking, okay, when you see talons, now he's trying to come in again. Okay, I know. Okay, here we go. How you been, Tad? Brad, Dad, what's going on, baby?
What's up, man? You notice a difference in quality?
Yeah, it's sharp. Is this your PC?
Yeah.
Okay, because I'm like, this is hard to hear you. Let me see.
Oh, yeah. I gotta bring my microphone a little closer because I got this.
Okay, that's better. That's much better. Can you hear me now?
I wanna set it somewhere I could keep it because I can't be. I don't want to hold it the whole time.
Yeah, you see how much work you got to do with the PC? I think this consoles would be a better option, and the phones will be a better option. This computers, they give off a certain bandwidth, and if you don't have a really good computer, that's why it probably wasn't popping in before. Okay.
True. Hey, can you hear me now? Is it better now?
It's very low, so you might have to move the microphone. Can you hear me clearly?
Yeah, hold up.
Okay.
1 second. My PC also has a built-in microphone, I think, but I don't know.
Yeah, I wouldn't recommend you use that.
Yeah.
You're gonna have to pay at least $3,000 for really good, top-notch quality stuff. And I keep telling guys, I'd rather have a console than a goddamn computer because I just want to play games today. I'm not interested in all that other bullshit. I know how more expensive they are, but you have to understand the PC fanboys don't understand what is more convenient. They don't know what that means. Okay? They think that cheap is convenient. They think that booting up the graphics just a little bit better than the consoles is better. They don't understand. You have to be. Do you always have to be connected to the PC just to play your games? Let me ask that question.
What do you mean?
Do you always have to be connected to an internet to play your games?
On a PC? No, at all. Not at all.
Okay, but you understand that if that's true that so you mean tell me all those thousands of games you can put on your hard drive. You can put all those games on your hard drive.
If it fits, if I have a big enough hard drive.
Okay. Yeah, okay, that's cool. But I'm just saying, even though you could boot the graphics up, I'm pretty sure that all those games you get on Steam, that's $3, $4. I don't think all that stuff can fit. Okay, on a computer.
That's true. Unless you can upgrade your hard drive, you can use an external drive. You can do a lot of stuff. You can have the
which
flash
will
drive.
cost lots and lots more money. Okay.
Yeah, probably like $60 to get a good external hard drive, because that's how much mine costs, and it's in my PlayStation right now. It's 2 terabytes, so that's a lot of games. Plus, if you like playing new games versus playing old games, I play both. So, but I play mostly on a console, and I play my old games on my PC.
Yeah, the problem with the PC I see also is the disc, okay? Because I like to buy the disc because it saves memory space.
Yep.
And I keep telling these PC guys, you're gonna have to buy a lot of disc, okay? Or start stocking up on your memory. I said, no, that's too much money, man. In the long run, you're gonna have to update your computer. Your computer basically is gonna have to, you're gonna put more money into it, upgrading the graphic card. I know a friend of mine who paid the $3,000 system, okay? You get extra features. Yeah, sure, you get extra features, but we're not talking about extra features. People want to add that and take that. No. I want to play a gaming console, and I just want to play games. That's it. Now, when you have a PC, it's completely not convenient. Okay, I want to get the Alienware technology so I can game and shit one day and shit. But that's $3,000, baby. That's like 4 consoles. Okay,
yeah, that's true. That's that's a PlayStation Plus or Xbox Live Gold for 3, 4, 5 years. Okay.
And you know the thing is that with the topic today, what I want to talk about is we're gonna get right to you. What you were saying is that I'm gonna talk about how to spot a Lilith, because I was just talking about the origins of Lilith, and I also want to talk about alphas and unicorns in this world, alphas and unicorns, okay, or verses you want to say. But what do you want to talk about today?
Well, I have my topic right here. Hold up 1 second.
Okay, yeah, as I say before, anyone who pops up in my feed, please have a piece of paper and a pen, because you may have something to say for later on. We're going to keep it on topic and on point and branch off a little bit here and there. It's down the rabbit hole type shit, right? I don't like dull moments. We can get quiet like this for a bit, but that's cool. It's good to be quiet sometimes to contemplate some shit. But lots of people don't like to write things down, okay? And then you have a dull moment. I'm like, I be going on a BMT show, and he says he likes to take advantage of women who basically who have been abused. Brother, he said that to me, and I was like, I can't believe he said that on the air.
If you're gonna do something like that, don't talk about it in public, okay?
He said that on air, and then when I talk about of-age virgins, everybody want to call me a pedo. Okay, I'm like, okay, so I'm like,
how does that make any sense? Wasn't your wife like 25? How is that pedophilia?
When I first met her, she was 25. Yeah, I'm 8 years older than her, so I'm 45. Take away 8, you can see the math right there.
Right.
We was talking about on his show. We was talking about the pedophilia. This woman was being raised up. She was being what do you call it? What do you call you raising children, babies? She's being
groomed.
Groomed. That's the word. Groomed. And we also was talking about pedophilia, and then he was talking about his past. I was on BMT. He got over 15,000 subscribers. I care not for subscribers. If people want to join me, they can. They can activate the bell, and they can donate at their will. I'm not really a beggar, because I got my own magical ways. Okay?
True.
But other than that, that's what he was talking about. Go ahead. What you wanted to talk about?
Okay. Well, I don't really have a particular topic, but I wanted to say a few things, right? So when it comes to my point, my camera make my face look different. I don't really look like this in person. I don't know why it does this, but anyway.
Yeah. Did you notice that too? Yeah.
Yeah, I look way different.
When I take pictures and I just record myself, I look like a young buck on the basketball court. I'm like, who the fuck? Oh, that's me. I look good as fuck, right? But when you get close up with some shit, right? It depends on that camera. I got an ugly looking face, man. I got an ugly looking monster. I was like, that's me? Jesus. And then when someone else take a picture, it looks good as hell. I'm like, is that me? Then that's weird. That's why I think we live in the Matrix, man.
It really be like that sometimes, man. I'm like, whoa, like I need other people to take my pictures for me because I don't know what I'm doing. Because I like to take my pictures without my glasses. And since I need my glasses to see, I gotta be able to see what I'm
You need glasses?
Huh?
You need glasses?
Yeah, pretty much.
Are you myopic or hypermyopic?
You mean like farsighted or nearsighted? That's what you mean?
See, they twist the word sometimes. In the definition, it says the doctors told me they got the back. If I'm nearsighted, I can see things near. So nearsighted. But they say the other doctors say no, that's the opposite. I'm like, what the fuck is the who says this shit? I don't know who writes this shit. Nearsightedness means that I can see near, but I can't see far. but the doctors say that's the inaccurate statement. Okay, you're myopic. Okay, so now they're gonna switch that too. Okay, which one is it? I'm like, I can see very clear close up. So if I take off my glasses, I can see very sharp 20/20. Okay.
Right. Same thing with me. But I needed to see far distances. But like this right here, it gets kind of blurry. Okay. But I can still see it. Okay. But for the most part, I'm leaving them on. But like I said, I want to talk about I want to touch more on that subject we were talking about yesterday with Neil deGrasse Tyson them and people who are very convincing and smart. So I don't really like politics a lot. I like science better. But you can't really get into real science these days, not these days, without talking about politics too. Because the liberals, they want to change speech and all that. So you can't even talk about science. For instance, I want to say gender is a real actual thing. And there's only 2 of them. That's a scientific fact, correct?
But what about I don't think so, because the abnormalities, there's people who are born with penises and dicks, man.
Those aren't new genders though. There's no new gender, okay?
But those genders existed beyond time though. I remember reading about articles where there's people who actually had a penis and vaginas back in ancient times.
So you only named 2 genitalia. You only named 2 of them. You didn't name something else. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, but I'm talking about the species of the sex. It's called a hermaphrodite. Now you may twist it another way. The word hermaphrodite isn't the third sex. The third sex is a hermaphrodite. That's a woman who has both.
It's more like a combination of the other 2. It's not a third thing. That's what I'm saying. There's nothing new there. It's the same thing as the 2 other things. You see what I'm saying? There's nothing new.
So you may consider the hermaphrodite an abnormality, right?
Yes, exactly.
Okay.
And it's super rare. So we don't even have like a pronoun for it in English language. But now you got liberals wanting to change up science, So that's another thing. So you can't get into science without being political. And it's real hard. So people like Neil deGrasse Tyson have to be extra clever, extra smart to be able to talk about real scientific shit and without getting political. It's mind-boggling.
Yeah. Well, I say, hey, fuck it. I saw her hermaphrodite one time. I was like, she was a female. She's beautiful, man. She just had a large penis. She had a large phallus.
Female. That's a female.
She was mostly female, and she was dark skinned. I said, I wanted to smash that. She said she was a virgin. Okay.
Of course she was a virgin. Nobody would have sex with a hermaphrodite in Africa.
She could no in America. I saw her, and the thing is that she could have fucked herself. Okay? I said, this is amazing, because I like to fuck with the lights on, because beta cups don't fuck with the light on. They like to guess and try to touch it. I don't understand that logic. You want to see what you're fucking, right?
That's scary, man.
To go fucking in the dark. I'm like, do you fuck with the lights on, dog? Do you eat booty with the lights on or off?
That's how they get tricked by transgenders. You know that, right?
Yeah, I got actually, as a matter of fact, I have a transgender who's supposed to come on my show, but she's pretty shy. She said, I like your personality.
Which one is it?
She's supposed to come on and talk about the psychology of how she was raised up to be a transgender. Okay.
Groomed.
I don't know if she was groomed or not. She didn't tell me. Okay. I just say, hey, there's a lot of people who are brainwashed by society to be a certain way, but I don't know her story, but she ain't come on yet. So,
well, I think
it's interesting.
I think it will be lying to you. Now, was it born a man or a woman?
And it's a boy, but she looks cute. Okay, you know how a boy transforms into a girl, and she looks cute. There's people who date trainees.
Ugh.
Yeah, and they look fine. I say, wait a minute. It's rare to find a female who has tomboyish ways. So if you see a tomboyish type of girl, right, you'll automatically assume that's a strong ass female. That's rare, but that could be a boy. You know what I'm saying? They're climbing trees and shit and playing video games. Wink. Okay. That's a boy, dude. That's a boy.
Yeah, I wouldn't look. If you was born, I think that if you was born a man, you're gonna die a man. If you were born a boy, you're gonna die a boy. If you was born a girl, you're gonna die a girl, because you can't change your chromosomes. Okay, it's either XY, okay, or guess what, XX. Okay, any abnormality don't count and are exceptions, but the rule 99.999999999% of the time is XY and XX. XY for men, XX for women. And you can't change those chromosomes. No matter what implants you add, no matter what you cut off, you add on, you still have your same chromosomes.
Yeah. So what do you think about grooming though? What is your standards on what if a child can be groomed a certain way? Because this conversation with BMT, because I was interested in talking about it, but he don't have control over his panel half the time. So I'm like, I can't say nothing because I'm a dummy. So what do you think? I already spoke about my perspective of it on his show. I truly believe that it's okay to groom a child near that time of 13 when you get their period mode. So they can, like India, I wouldn't do what India does. It's not all about money, because India has this thing that the only way to get their children or their daughters or whatever is if you have enough income to pay the parents. That's hypergamy. That's hypergamy at its best.
Yeah,
because you ain't getting none of my money.
Okay.
I'm just interested in your daughter. I'm just interested. That's why I did Ethiopia. So what do you think about it? I think grooming is good, but it can also have its flaw. There's some people out there who are they have fetish. They have these twisted senses, and they wasn't raised properly. So they'll chain up the girl. They'll chain her up, and they'll put her on a dog food diet or some shit. You know what I'm saying? That's crazy, right? But it does happen. It does happen. What do you think?
There were so many cases like that, but I think grooming. I have weird ideas on that, but most of my views I won't put on the video. But I mostly think it's wrong. Mostly, okay, unless you really have because you gotta understand, most people don't have good intentions. Okay, you gotta understand that. So the methods that somebody like you and me, somebody with good intentions might use, isn't the same. People with bad intentions won't necessarily mean the same thing when they use the same methods. Okay.
Yeah, get your microphone in front of you, because it's like hard to hear. It's on one side. So if the people in the public don't hear you clearly, they'll be kind of upset and might not give you your money.
Okay. Can you hear me now?
A little bit closer. That's what you gotta be like.
Oh, I might have to just hold it. I might just have to hold it. Dang, I ain't want to have to do that. Hold up.
You gotta turn it up. Your mic has a volume. You gotta be careful with that.
Yeah, I'm not even sure. Let me see something.
Testing.
Can you hear me better now?
Not really, but I think it's a volume on your computer.
Yeah.
The volume, the mic may have a separate mic volume on the computer, so you gotta watch that. Because I used to have a computer and I was messing with the mic, and it's like, now you sound too loud. Turn it off. Turn it down.
Yeah, it's crazy. Yeah, I'm trying to search these settings.
Computers are complex, man. They're complex.
I
People
wish
be like, oh, it's convenient. No, don't say it's convenient. I have one, motherfucker. I'm trying to tell you, from the average Joe who play Wii Switch, Nintendo. No, it's not easy. You're gonna have to do some research.
I'm saying I wish it was convenient. It's not that.
Huh?
I'm saying I wish it was. Okay, so type microphone, desktop microphone, other social microphones built in.
Yeah, I was talking about Lilith. Okay. So do you know about the story of Lilith?
Yeah, super low. Hold up. Peter dictates.
Take out the jack and put it back in.
Okay, 1 second. I got to say this to the microphone. It's going to be weird. Peter dictates to his computer. He prefers it to typing, and particularly prefers it to pen and paper. Okay. Can you hear me better now?
It sounds the same, man. I told you it's in your settings somewhere, and that's
this is
I
crazy.
said you should just test it out before you get on the internet, because you got to test all that shit out. The phone was better. The phone was actually more clear. I can hear you much more better. So we're having a dull moment here, a technical problem. It's okay. But if y'all can hear him, y'all have to say something if y'all can hear him. But once he connected, I'm just gonna let it go like that. So we was talking about Lilith. But anyway, as he's messing with the technicalities of what he's doing, Lilith was the first wife of Adam. Okay, she was made from dirt. Wow. And what happens is that since she was made from dirt, she was equal as Adam. And since she was equal to Adam, she probably was most likely as educated, as intelligent, and shared the properties of naming the animals in the woods and shit like that. And they got along until one day they tried to have sex with one another. And I think Lilith probably was a hermaphrodite, but they was not comfortable with it. Hello?
Is the sound better?
Yeah, it sounds actually lower now.
Fuck.
Hey, go ahead. I can hear you though. I can hear you. Don't worry about it. The people probably can hear you. You sound very low now. Now it's getting a little lower. Okay, but anyway, Lilith, they had a disagreement, and eventually she called on the secret name. Lilith called on the secret name of God, and she disappeared to the other side. And God told her to come back. And if you don't come back, he's going to curse 100 of your children, firstborn. And they're going to be cursed as being incubuses and succubuses. So she disappeared into the spirit realm, man. She disappeared in the spirit realm, was never seen again. But in Africa, meanwhile, in Africa now, we got people with these charms that protect you from Lilith. And they still got them over there. You can look it up on the internet protections charm, talisman. And what happens is that since God couldn't find her, all of her children are born in the spirit realm. Think about that. They're born in the spirit realm, causing hectic and hell upon humanity. The succubuses go into the women's minds. The succubuses go into the women's minds and seduces them to tell them that they're equal to a man. While the incubuses, which is the male version of the succubus, goes into the minds of women and makes them stronger as well. So you got to, the succubus go into the dreams of males, which takes their sperm, releasement, something at night. Okay. And then takes their sperm and then give it to the female. So they create bastard children. You know what I'm saying? So you see that's going on now to society. Okay. Can you hear me, Rad?
Yeah, I can hear you. Can you hear me?
So now we understand what Lilith is now in the short. Okay. She is a spiritual creature. Only being that I read that captured Lilith was Solomon the Great, the wisest of all dark mages. Okay. And of course, he captured her because she wanted to warn Solomon of a danger coming. But Solomon was smart. He was like, this is a spectral creature, halfway in and halfway out. Like if you played The Witcher and shit, it's like a whole bunch of different creatures and shit, and pinned her to the column. He's the only one that captured Lilith, and that's written in one of the Bibles, one of the, I think it's the Book of Solomon, okay, in the Apocryphal records. Now, since we understand what Lilith is about, she goes into dreams, and I'm trying to tell you what it means to watch out for these type of females. Every female has, mostly 80% of women have this criteria. I learned this when I was young. They have this criteria in which they have to get their nails. The succubus represents a creature who has talons. She has wings. She's a demonic spirit. Okay, the Bible talks about this sometimes, and not all the places all across the world. You just look up succubus. She seduces men. That's her first thing. She can grasp her talons. And the next thing you know, the nails, if you see a woman with multicolored nails, remember what that means. She's a narcissist. She's about herself. She wants to look pretty. In the Bible, it clearly tells you that beware of the woman with the ring in her nose. Yeah. Beware of the woman. But it's hard to avoid those type of females. But that's the first thing to look out for, nails. If a female is wearing nails, multicolored, and the more detailed these nails are, they will be considered divas. Oh, you can't tell me I can't have nails. And as soon as you tell a woman that, okay, you will know she's a Lilith. She thinks she's equal or even better than you. Now, the next thing is makeup. She's a clown. And I made a video about that shit in which I talked to you how to handle a clown. You never have relationships with women who are not virgins, but you know how to handle clowns. And alpha men know how to handle those fucking alpha clowns. Why she need to wear makeup? Because she's trying to look pretty. My wife tries to wear lipstick. I said, you look like a man when you put that shit on. Don't put that lipstick on in my house. You trying to scare my daughters or some shit? You look beautiful just the way you are.
Exactly. What if she can't look good without makeup, then she don't really look good. That's my motto. Okay.
My wife really does.
Because men fall in love with the painting. I'm telling you, men fall in love with the painting on the female's face. They don't fall in love with the actual picture. They don't fall in love with what they actually are. They see the painting, the mask, the makeup, and they fall for the Lilith. You can't do that.
I can see right through that shit. As a matter of fact, you can make profit on those type of bitches. And I keep telling you all the time, when a woman wears makeup, nails, and she wears that hair and shit, she's fake. She's a clown. Men don't wear that shit. Okay? Why not men wear that shit?
Exactly. And that's especially if it's colorful. Now, I'd rather date a mime than a clown. Mimes are fucking silent. They wear makeup, but they're silent. They only gesture. They're not about physically goofing around. They only pretend to, okay? So I'd rather people to mime than a clown, okay? A female mime than a female clown, but still dangerous.
Yeah. But like I said all the time, these type of females like to gossip. They say they're Christians, but they're hypocrites, because as soon as you throw a verse at them, and it shows clearly in the Bible it's a patriarch, a woman is not equal to a man. Let you put that Bible verse out there and see what happened to your ass. I do that shit all the time to my wife. I said, you see, you're a Christian. I believe in the great evil for a greater good. And I'm not really technically a religious person, but I'm like, Jesus, read it. At least what does it say? What does it say, bitch?
Look, if I went to another country, right, to get a virgin wife, the first thing I would do, I pretend to be a Christian. I pretend to be whatever she is, right? I pretend, cause I'll be like, sure, I'll be Jesus. Okay, I believe in Jesus. Jesus is me. Okay, I believe in Allah. Okay, I'm Allah. Okay, I believe in Buddha. I'm Buddha. Okay, pretend, and then and then she'll later on realize that I defined it my own way rather than the traditional way, and then she'll be like, huh, he didn't technically lie. But
she lied. As a matter of fact, it's usually the woman who lies, because you can agree with them to see what they're about, to see if they're actually going to follow that patriarch. Because religion is a patriarch. That's a strong ass. It's a patriarch, and women don't understand it. I have arguments with my brother sometimes about this. I said, do you know how to put your woman in check with the blood of Jesus Christ? And he don't even hear me, because he's so.
Is he a Christian?
He's so brainwashed. He thinks that you're supposed to treat women with respect. He thinks I don't treat women with respect for some reason. My brothers think like that with me. I'm like, do you think I don't give my wife everything? I make every woman smile every fucking day.
Look,
so,
let me tell you why they probably think that. Number one, they probably think that because they blue-pilled as fuck. Number two, they probably think that because, he got a foreign wife, so he must be in total control. They must think that. Number three, you probably explained to them, I don't know if you did, but you probably explained to them, I'm this much older than my wife, and I want a wife from a foreign land. If you tell people you want a wife from a foreign land, especially brainwashed black people, they'll assume that you want complete control over the woman's life. Okay, and that you can't handle a strong American black woman. It's so many simps that believe that bullshit.
Well, don't get me wrong. If you be honest, a man who earns all of the things he has, he needs control, and it is rightfully his. Now, I don't know. I say control is a spiritual thing, because they look at it in a certain way. I said, if I got you something, I control every aspect of that.
Thank you.
You ain't got no time to be changing your mind after I bought your ass all these things, and you want to change? No, I take the things back and I remove you. They will see that as abusive. They will see it as abuse. And I'm like, wait a minute, it's like a child. So you mean to tell me I have a right to control my child? See how hypocritical people are?
Exactly.
But am I controlling if I'm the father of my child? No, I'm not controlling, because you're the father. I'm like, what about me being a husband? Let you even state that you are a man of God. Let you even speak about it. And any female, and you speak with authority like me. You speak with authority. You said this is going to happen, and you put everything out there for that woman to. They'll still say you are abusive, because they don't respect you. They don't respect you.
That matriarchy. And it's all around the world. Absolutely. It's all around the world right now. It's in Africa. It's in America. It's all around the fucking world, bro. And it's spreading like a fucking cancer. That Western I call that feminist. All women might not claim they're part of the terrorist group feminists, because feminism is a terrorist organization. Okay. They might not claim it outright, but they do believe some of the doctrines of feminism, like women are equal to men, or women are better than men. Women have a right to control their bodies and kill the baby, even if the man don't agree. Okay, that's various things that women around the world agree with feminism, but they don't want to use the label feminism, even though that's what they are.
Mm-hmm. And I say there's two versions of feminism. Okay, it's like either you're being passive or aggressive, not both. Passive or aggressive. When you're aggressive, you're a feminist. You think you're equal. You're actually, doing things in society to pull men down, because you think you're the better of the species, and that's not true. Okay, and if you read your Bible, it's going to tell you what a woman's position is. That's why we got a lot of homos everywhere, because people don't understand that one verse in the Bible, it says that the horse sits on the seven-headed beast, drinking the blood of fucking saints. That's innocent men, motherfuckers. That's not virgin blood. That's the virgin blood of men. Okay, not the virgin blood of women. Okay, she's drinking. She's the succubus. She is Lilith. Exactly. She's the creature that causes all kingdoms to come against one another.
That's true. Look at Rome. It fell when women took over. Look, I'm telling you, that's what's going to happen to America. Me and my brother were just talking about this. We were saying that that's like $22. Okay, cool. We were saying that me and my brother was saying that if I, you know how I'm doing everything, I'm playing music now. I play guitar. I voice act. I do games. I make video games. I play video games, stuff like that. You know how I got all these hobbies and shit. Women don't have those hobbies. Okay, women don't have any hobbies. If you meet a female my age, they have no fucking hobbies.
And I keep trying to tell guys this all the time. I said, do you know that women are not for naught? They don't have any good conversations. They don't do nothing. The only thing they do is what's between their legs, and you are just being cooled by it. I charge to the game. I always ask them, nip in about, is you a virgin? And if they say no to me, then I know her worth immediately. Immediately, her worth is lower than what I expected. Because I'm a virgin, right? So we're gonna play the devil's advocate. I'm going through life being a geek and the nerd. So when I'm getting older, I look more beautiful. Then I get all this property. Then a female wants to join my cause, but she don't want to share me. She don't want a religious relationship. And that's another thing I want to say. I want to say this too. They wear this hair, and they were raised by single mothers. They smoke and use drugs. Now, a spiritual person knows not drugs is not good. Alcohol is not good. Okay, she's into the witchcraft. Okay, you know, she's not into polygyny. Okay, and she's not focused on the bigger aspect of what a family is, because and she's high in maintenance. Now, these are the main things that I try to say to guys all the time, and I break these things down constantly, man. I say if she's high maintenance, she's a narcissist. If she's not into family, you already know she's not into polygyny. But you know what women do? On the side, they are into polyandry. Women like to cheat. They monkey branch to another man when they know they're uncomfortable. And that has to be nipped in the bud early. That has to be nipped in the bud. Like I tested my wife, and my wife fell in the test, so she gonna have to suffer the repercussions of her actions. But people will still consider me abuser, even when I gave her all the things that, like people say, I gave her a job. What about the things I do for her? It's not recognized. It's not registered.
That's what I'm saying. I build my fucking kingdom. I got all these hobbies because eventually they become better than hobbies. They become how I make a living. They become what I build my kingdom off of. Okay. I like video games. I make games. I'm going to have a video game company. Meanwhile, when I meet my wife, right, what she's going to fucking have? She won't have shit compared to me. She better bring something to the table. The virginity thing, the purity thing is the very least she better bring. Then she better act feminine. That's the very least she better bring. Okay.
But you know what can compliment her? What can compliment a female? Another female. Since she has no attributes. At least I tried to do that with my sister, my wife. Her sister, I said, if your sister is a virgin, you should let her join the boat. But my voices was telling me, my Holy Spirit was telling me she wasn't no virgin because, you know, my wife was taking too long and all that. I said, if you lie, you die. I ain't gonna kill you. The Holy Spirit will kill you. And I see the thing is that I say shit on the internet. People get scared and shit.
She might not die though. The Holy Spirit, nothing might kill her. She might just suffer. She might be praying for death. She might just suffer. Okay, she might be wishing she was dead because she can just suffer real bad. You seen what she tried to do? What she tried to do to you last time, and guess what? She's still suffering from that. Okay, it can get a lot worse if she tried anything else. She tried anything stupid legal wise. It can get worse for her, and she ain't got
to. I tried to put myself in fucking jail. And people say, why you want to go to jail? Because I'm already in jail. Before I even got to, I go in the country. I'm in the jail, so I get 3 meals a day. I got a roof over my head. She put me on the streets. My car's gonna automatically pay. Do you really think they're gonna keep me in jail for more than 5 years? No, they're not. If I bust her inside her head, they're not gonna keep me in jail for more than 5 years. I can make more daughters and start again. My life goes up in value, where her life goes down in value.
Same thing with all these female celebrities. It's the same thing with them, right? The dudes they get with, the women's status, they go down because they rely on their looks. I don't care how rich the female is. I don't care how successful she is. Beyonce, right? Her looks go down. She know well enough she's going to be fucking worthless. I don't care if she even Rihanna, whoever, don't matter. The dudes or who they be getting with, Jay-Z, all of them, they status go up regardless of what they look like, because men, we don't base our value on our looks and our sexuality. Our value.
And you know what about this? Listen to this. Women do polyandry all the time, having multiple dicks up in their pussy when they cheat, right? And I'm like, why can't a man track a woman? If he really cares, he's gonna track the shit out of that bitch. They look at that like abuse as well. I'm like, yo, are you kidding me? The female has 10 times more likely to lie, 10 times more likely to cheat, especially on a job. A woman can have sex on a job and it's like nothing to her, or in the alleyway, walking down the street, or get in the car and get paid, and she could have multiple benefits. And on top of that, I'm like, she's already cheating on you, and you may not even know about it.
That's what I was telling you, bro. You got to watch that wife when you send her to work, man. I've been telling you that shit, man. Because if it was up to me, right, I would start my own business before I had kids. I'll go off and marry a virgin. Then I'll make sure she worked for me. She don't be working at nobody else's job, okay? So she can get dick at another job. She'll be working for me, okay? Bringing me money, okay?
Yeah, but the reason why I did what I did, because it's entertaining to me. She's not suffering me at all. I'm using psychology and I'm just testing stuff. I'm actually winning because the fact that what she has, she can only pay her rent. If she loses her job, she's screwed because she knows I'm not going to update her 10-year Visa card. She knows that. She knows I'm not filling out any applications. She already lost money trying to file her own taxes. So already from the jump, she had to pay the bills here. I wanted her to pay the bills. Now I'm free.
How do you keep her from cheating? That's all good, but how do you
now the cheating part is something I had to use with the physiology of her pussy. Okay, now I can tell she has sex. The male will eventually pop up one day. I can see her texts and shit on her internet. I can see the shit that she's doing. So she's being tracked. But I sometimes I don't feel like tracking her because I just want the guy to show up, because he's going to know that if the guy shows up and she's going to have to say that she's married. She can't do nothing, okay? So she has to be really clever about that. And that's very hard to do with someone who's into psychoanalysis and the physical aspect of the pussy, because the pussy changes if you having sex with another guy. You can smell it. Yes, you can. Okay. What is it? Oh, shoot. Hello.
Hey, little baby.
My little alien head. This alien head is from my wife. And she looks more like a boy. I always wanted a boy, man. I tell people all the time, it's easier to raise boys. We know this is a fact now here. We know that it's easier to raise boys. And I hope she become, if you want to know if your daughter is like really like boy on the boy side, the logic side, is if you're interested in video. My daughter plays video games. She plays the video games. What is it? And when she plays video games, she's really pretty much on the path of a tomboy, which is a good thing,
Yeah, that's true. Look, she looked like a boy too. When I first saw her, is that a boy? She looked like a boy.
Yep, this is a boy. This is a girl.
She looked like a little boy. She looked like her name Kaden or Aiden or Braden.
She looked just like, because her father, my wife's father, right? Used to shave their head off, all their hair off. And they look just spitting image. That's why I know that this is probably mine, because if it was another dude, it would have been too strong. The gene would have been different. And it would have been deformity. I can see everything in her face. I can show you pictures and that'll be right on the money. Every little crook, I look at crooks and crannies in the face, the features. I have a good eye. And people don't know what they're talking about when they say, that baby look like me. Okay, they don't know what they're talking about. That baby don't look like you. Of course not. But you got to be careful with these people. When they say, oh, that baby looks just like you. People say, this baby looks like me. Are you kidding me?
Look, even if the child does look like you, it doesn't look like you while it's a baby. Babies don't look like nobody. All babies look a fucking like, okay? Babies don't look like.
As a matter of fact, let me tell you something about babies. When they first come out of the womb, they look all the same. But as they get like 1 or 2 years old, you can see the features start popping out. And she looks just like her when my wife was, my daughter, my firstborn daughter, looks just like me when I was a kid. Isn't that something?
Like feminine. She looks just like you right now.
She does. I got my old picture. And I was like, yo, she looks just like me. Zabaria looks just like me when I was 3 to 4 years old. Swear you know.
If she was a boy, would you have named her Marthius Jr.?
No, I would have, the name of Zabaria is new. You can't search for Zabaria. The guy saw my name that I created and made it in Dubai. Dubai is the first place in which they copied my daughter's name. Zabaria name is unique. It is not copied nowhere else. I do not want a name like everybody else. So everybody like to name their child Shaniquas and Kanikas and all that. My daughter does have an A after her name, but it's a different, unique name. Okay.
So you wouldn't use your name if it was a boy?
If it was a boy, the boys would tell me the name.
Okay.
I would come up some real nice name that you cannot think of. Like if you look on it, you type that name in, I don't want that name.
So if I go to Facebook,
you type that name in, I don't want that name. Okay.
So if I go to Facebook right now and search Zabaria, would it show up? Would she show up?
You won't find it anywhere because there's a guy named Dubai. I think it's on one of these sites in which you can actually see how many people are named Zabaria, and you will see that they will say
Facebook
no.
Show me a lot of results.
Yeah, because I created it. Yeah. No, you won't find that name. I looked on the Facebook. It wasn't there. No, Zabaria. No, not Ria. Not Ria. Not with an I. It's just take the H off. Take the H. The H is not there.
Okay, so no H.
It's Z. It's Zabaria.
Okay.
You're not supposed to see it on Facebook, but when people see it, it's a trend. It starts to copy. Okay? I'm the first person who thought about Zabaria. I looked, and it took me like a half an hour, but her name was not searchable.
Her name's Zabaria. There's one. There's
one
here.
One?
Yeah.
See?
Oh, there's another one too. There's like 3 or 4, but this one is a dude.
See? And it's probably not somebody saw the name. Somebody saw the name and they started copying.
Maybe, but they're older. They're old.
See? And the thing is that there's a one. If you change the 2 letters around, Zarabia. Now I looked up Zarabia, and my brother's wife, his name is Zarabia. Isn't that something?
Where's she from?
She's dark skinned as hell. She's beautiful, man. I don't know where she's from. I think she's from Sudan or something like that. But my brother's wife, oh my God, she's dark skinned. I love that.
So he went to another. He went to another country for a wife too.
No, he didn't. They're not. Nobody's as smart as I am in this country like that. When I'm black, there's not too many black guys who does what I do.
True.
I know one guy. His name is Corey. His name is Corey. He went to. Remember I told you he went to Yemen. He went to Ghana. I think he went to Ghana. He went out there and didn't get no pussy. Didn't do what I told him to do, and he wasted $3,000. I saw his pictures and shit. I said, "Did you get anything? Did you see how it was?"
What did you tell him to do?
Huh?
What did you tell him to do?
He didn't follow my instructions. I said, "Are you going to another country?" He said, "Yes." The next thing you know, he basically went out there, came back, didn't talk to me at all, because he's the one who got influenced by me to go overseas. I said that the way you look is a good-looking man. You're a good-looking man. You can get a girl, I know, but you got to inspect that. You got to do all of this stuff. It takes about 4. It took me 4 years. 4 years before I went out to Ethiopia. 4 years. I was on probation and shit. Okay. And I told him, if you don't ask the
that's why you didn't go out?
Huh?
You were on probation. That's why you didn't leave the country?
Yeah. That's the thing that held me back. See?
Dang. What did you fucking do? How did you get on probation?
I told you before, you can look up my rape story. There was a girl I met in the library. She was like 6'2". She was taller than me. And she said she was 19 years old. I said, "How old are you?" Because I always ask females, how old are they? Because they know I'm old head. Even when I was younger, because I don't want to get no trouble with the law. I knew about the law, and I said I had no time for it. So basically, I brought her in. Eventually, long story short, we talked for a whole month. She said she was being raped. She gave me stories, and she knew magic and shit. She was little ponies. I didn't know what a fucking pony was. I didn't think it was real. She said, "Look on the internet. You'll find what a pony is. They're real." Okay. She said she went to Paris. She described that she was into the magic arts and some shit. I said, yo. Interesting indeed. She didn't talk like no 13-year-old girl. So one thing led to another. I brought her over my house. And next thing you know, I called the police when I eventually found out the truth, that's her age. That she couldn't read things backwards. And I thought that was weird. And she kept watching Disney Channel, okay? Nickelodeon. So I was so
she was 13?
She told me she was 19. But when she got over my place, she was bleeding. So I wanted to have sex with her, but it wasn't going to work. She said she was a virgin. She probably was lying about that shit, but she was bleeding though. And she was raised. She said she was being hurt by her father, her uncle, and some shit. And she was being raped. But then if she said she was being raped, then I had nothing to do with her. I just wanted to help her out. That's what it was. Okay. I wanted to have sex with her, but I couldn't. She was super attractive. Okay. So basically, she stayed over my house for like 5 days. I think it was 5 days. We went to the park and everything. We had fun. And he said, when I'm off my period, we're going to do something. I said, okay. I said, but I didn't think I was going to want to do anything with her because she said she was raped. Okay. So I just wanted to see what it was. Okay. See how it was down there. Okay. But I never got a chance to because she was acting kind of funny. She was aggressive. She wanted to have sex. And I said, no. And then on top of that, I was wondering about her age. And because she said I couldn't read words backwards. And then I told her, I said, you can't read words backwards. And said, when was you born? That's when I got her. I said, when was you born? You always ask a female. Now the next step is, what year was you born? See, ask that. Exactly. If you're unsure and they don't have ID, she didn't have her ID with her either. Okay. And so when she told me what year she was born, I knew she was lying. And then I said, I want you out right now. She wasn't going to leave, man. It wasn't easy. And next thing you know, I had to call the police. As a matter of fact, I didn't call the police. I called the CPS. She ran away from the shelter. She ran away from the shelter, man.
She wasn't no virgin. I can tell you that right now.
And she told me which place she ran away from. And then I tried to tell the cops this. I said, you want to take me downtown? The cops didn't want to take me. So it's not the cops' fault. I said, let me go downtown because this is a serious situation. I don't want to get no trouble. They told me stay home. They said, no. See, it's not the cops twice. I said, let me go downtown with you. They're not booking me. I said, what are you talking about? I'm willingly going, so I need the DNA, so we won't have to worry about hearsay. I thought the courts would work by evidence, right?
Right.
No, don't know. You're guilty until proven innocent. So this is how it went. It went down like this. So they took her away, right?
Mm-hmm.
She ran away and came back to my house. Found my apartment, man. I was like, yo, this girl's smart. She actually found my apartment for the first time. One time. She was smart. She was literally smart. And I said, Erica, you got to go back, man. You can't come over here. You're underage. She said, I didn't want to leave. She did. I said, I'm sorry. You fucked up. You lied. You came in my house and you lied. I told you, don't come in my house lying. There's magic here. Next thing you know, the cops came and picked her up again. Okay, she was wearing this red ribbon thing on her head. She looked like a goddamn ninja, man. She looked like a fucking, I was like, damn, it was like, it's sad though. And next thing you know, they took her away. After 30 days, they came and picked me up. I swear to God. The cops came and picked me up 30 days. I was working at night, man. I was working at night. Okay.
Dude, that's
and
why
I wasn't even receiving my disability, man. I was a hard working man. I was working security and shit, hearing my voices and shit all years. 15 fucking years, man. As a security guard. Do you hear me?
So you were working on the job for 15 years?
Yeah, security, man. I was doing security all the way around. I couldn't work at any other place because the voices and shit. But it's easier for me to work when it's like isolation. There's nobody around. I worked at night.
That's true.
I couldn't be with her at night. So I didn't know what she was doing at my house at night. I trusted her and I didn't believe she had nobody over because I would put a piece of tape on the door. I don't trust women. I don't trust nobody. If you go out, I said, don't go out the door. If you open that door, I don't care what the reason is. Don't go out that door, okay?
So you put tape on the outside of the door, so when they open it, like debris and shit will get stuck on the tape. So that way you know.
No, the tape would just break. It just automatically breaks.
Oh, that's smart.
So it's and I didn't know who she was. So basically, she stayed at my house, and I had to work. I worked from Monday to Friday. I think it was just one of those days too. We went out on Saturday, Sunday. We went bike riding and everything. Everything was hinky dinky until like she was still in her mode and stuff like that. We was hugging. Yeah, we did those things, but we didn't really go too far. Okay? And I was kind of lucky, right? So next thing you know, I had to call the CPS, and I called the police. She wouldn't want to leave. They picked me up 30 days later, and then they booked me. I only stayed in the prison cell in the mental ward for 15 days. Get this. Hey, they only kept me for 15 days in the jail cell. Some crazy shit happened in the jail cell and shit. They let me out on the ROR because she actually ran away from the shelter and they couldn't find her or some shit like that. Something like that. She was completely changed. This female was completely changed. She was not the same woman. They sat her right next to me in the court of law. They sat her next to me. I didn't recognize. I said, she said, is that you, Mario? I said, yeah, that's me. Is that you, Erica? I said, and then they separated us when we recognized one another. Some bullshit. I'm like, damn, she was fat. She's completely obese. She completely lost her beauty, man. I swear to God.
After 15 days?
No, listen. And when the police picked her up the second time, right? The police come and pick me up after 30 days.
Yeah,
I don't know what happened within them 30 days.
Oh, okay.
Right?
So she could have gained a lot of weight in 30 fucking days.
Yeah. So I was like, what the hell happened? Okay. So I saw her in the court and I was like, damn, okay. So basically, I got in trouble because she ran her mouth that we was laying together. That's all it takes. She told him that we didn't have sex. We didn't have sex. So maybe I said, no, you had to tell him something. See, the cops be like coercing her. I didn't coerce her at all. She didn't want to leave my house. If she didn't want to leave my house, how am I coercing her? I'm the one who called the cops.
Exactly.
So how am I coercing her? Okay.
But you got to be, look, see, that's the thing. I don't think you were that smart back then. Because you should have checked the ID before you brought her over for those 5 days, number one.
No. She was talking to legit. There's times when you meet a female and she sounds legit. You ain't going to ask them no ID. But then I talked to some females who were taller than me. And they basically was like, I remember I was behind this girl a long time ago. Listen to this. This girl looked like a grown-ass female. And there was a cop right behind me. Listen to this. She was at the ice cream parlor. And I said, damn, I can't believe what I'm seeing in front of me. She was just so fucking beautiful. Lots of hair. And I love women with lots of hair. Okay? And I tapped her on the shoulder and I said, excuse me. Da 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 da. Okay. You're beautiful. I want a relationship with you. Da da da. I made her smile. And you know what she said to me?
What?
You're cute, but I am only 14 years old. When she said that to me, a cop looked behind me and said, what? He did not. I think she was lying. I swear to God, she looked grown. She looked fucking grown. And I was like, okay. I said, okay, maybe she was lying. I don't know. And the cop looked at me like, he said, he thought she was lying. She was lying.
Yeah.
You have to be careful, man. Women don't look, maybe it's something in the food. I don't know. But it's preservatives. I don't know. But when I got out of jail, I was granted all my disability. Isn't it a blessing? Anything bad happened to me, it's like something good happens. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I see. But the thing is, that's what I'm saying, man. Nowadays, right? Grown kids look old as fuck. Not only that, they parents dress them like goddamn grown people. Okay. Similar shit happened to me at Walmart when I'm talking to a girl. Hey, you look like somebody from high school that I went to high school with. Because I didn't graduate no longer than like 2 or 3 years ago. So I was like, hey, you look like a girl I went to high school with. And then she was like, oh, but I'm in middle school. I was like, what the fuck? They really do be out here looking because they wear the makeup, okay? And they be dressing like grown people. So you think, okay, they must be grown. But you can't fall for that, okay? There's no real way of knowing until you ask. But you always got to ask and you always got to check ID. Always.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I didn't ask neither of those girls because they were taller than me. And usually they're built. They're built, so what?
Especially since
that's why I say it's best to ask now these days, regardless. Because if you can't see an ID, at least ask them what year were they born, because that's when you get caught up. Because there's some guys in jail probably in jail because they didn't ask them what year were they born, because the ID is not enough. You know what I found out? I had to go to these meetings, these group meetings, okay? After they charged me with the minor offenses, they gave me a felony shit. They didn't give me Megan's Law. God bless my heart, lucky for me. But the thing is that I was in this group session, and there was this guy that says, I know what type of chicks you're talking about. You're talking about those hoes that look grown as hell. They're trained that way. They were trained to swoon men, and they have false IDs. He said, let me tell you something. These women have false IDs, and they still get you. Okay, so it's not about the ID no more. You got to actually. I think even if you ask them what year they born, they've passed that test. He said you can't find out. That you only find out when you're in jail. He told me. I said,
but the thing is, but there's another way. Look up her name on Facebook, then see her relatives. Talk to her relatives, okay? Know what you're dealing with. You got to peep game. When a female give me her name number, I go straight to Facebook. I peep game, dog. I see exactly what they're talking about. I see who they talking about, who they used to date. I get to see who they used to be with, who they mama is, who their dad is. I found out one girl was a scammer. Okay, one girl at the college I was talking to, she was older than me. She was a scammer. Her mom, I looked up her name on the internet on Bing, and her mom actually had her try to have a fundraiser so she can go to college. But
you can't always find that out. You can't always find it. If you're underage, you can't find it.
Right.
You cannot find it on the internet.
But the thing is, though, I was able to find out whether she was underage or not because her mom said she graduated high school in 2015. And I'm like, okay, she graduated high school in 2015. It's 2020 now, so there's no way she can be underage. So I was able to prove that. Second, I went to the internet. I found out that her mom was a scammer. They took that GoFundMe money and fucking ran with it. They ran with the fucking money. She's going up to a cheap ass college that I go to. She's not at no triple star 8. No, she's not at a fucking 5-star college. Okay, she's at a fucking basically a tech school. She's near a tech school, and I'm like, what the fuck? This bitch had all that money. They just fucking ran away with it. And I'm like, damn. That's the power of peeping game. The power of fucking Googling the shit. That's the fucking power of Googling the shit.
Yeah, but if they're underage, they're not gonna be on there. So back in those days, I was raised up with them when the cell phones first came out. When the cell phone, I had one of those bastards, and we didn't use it that much. The beepers and the pagers and shit like that. I was just learning how to use those things during those days.
Okay.
But now these days, you won't be able to easily spot the female now. You gotta literally you gotta go to the hotel and check some other way, because that's what after that shit happened, I started going to taking females to hotel. I never brought them to my houses anymore. Do not bring them to your house. They'll be safe and sorry. Give them a false name, whatever. Okay.
I would do the same thing. I would give my false name and I'll give them a new name that I don't even have an account with, so they can't Google search my image. Another thing that I would do, you were crazy for bringing her to let her stay in your house for 5 days, dog. I wouldn't have done it no matter what.
Yeah, I was kind of ignorant back in those days, though.
That's fine. You know, it's okay to admit that, you know, you fucked up. But the thing is, though, man, you know what would have been funny? If she would have took some shit and jumped out the fucking window and then kept doing that shit, and the tape would never be broken. You would never know that she left because she left out the fucking window.
Well, lucky for me, she did like me a lot. We had pictures together. I still got them pictures, man. I got them pictures on the internet and shit. We still cool, but she got cursed. Usually when I encounter a female, we talk about magic. And I told her, you come in my house, it's magic involved. Now, she's like fucking fat.
Y'all still
I
talking?
didn't understand. I said, what the hell
When
happened?
was that? What year did that happen?
That happened like in 2007, man. I was like, Jesus fucking Christ, Erica, what happened? I was like, damn. I said, well, didn't I say magic works today? You blessed me, though. You know, I was in jail for 15 days. Some crazy shit was happening in jail. People was bowing in front of my cell, man. I swear to God. People was literally bowing in front of my cell. I said, get the fuck out. I don't want to worship.
What you think would have happened? What you think would have happened if you didn't find out that you had schizophrenia? What do you think would have happened if they didn't know you had schizophrenia and they would have put you with everybody else? What do you think would happen? I
think I'll be stuck in jail. Yep.
You would think you would have.
Because I told him, I said that, you know, I hear voices and shit, and I'm like that. I shouldn't be in here. Y'all should be helping me out and shit like that. Y'all know the fact that I called the police. So it shouldn't have went down like that. You're guilty until proven innocent. You're not innocent until proven guilty. The system got everybody fucked. You're guilty until proven innocent. That's why they arrest you. They don't have no probable cause or some shit. I'm like, they knocked on my door. This is what the cops did. Knock on my door. You're under arrest for corruption of a minor. I'm like, wait a minute. I'm the one who called the cops. Hello. So I should be getting some reparation here because you took away part of my life and I'm mentally ill and I don't like feeding off the system. So see, I'm like, why am I going to jail? But they only kept me in jail for 15 days now. They kept me in jail because they couldn't find her. She ran away from the cops, man. And you hold me in jail, wasting the tax people's money. And then on top of that, you don't look at me as the bad guy. What the hell is going on with the system, man? Why couldn't they just investigate my background? I don't have a record. So why would you want to put my life in jeopardy when there's no evidence for anything? And I wanted to go with the cops. So I don't know what the system is. It's like, it's a business. I know. I understand now it's a business, you know.
What state was that?
Huh?
What state was that?
Pennsylvania, man.
Oh, wow. You had me thinking it was New York because guess what? Because you remember I know you were alive back then. So you remember the Central Park 5? I think that's what they called them.
I know Central Park is that. I know Prospect Park. Yeah.
Yeah. So basically, it was some kids in the 1980s, I think, or the early 90s who ran around there wilding. That's what they called it. I'm not sure you know what that is. They ran around wilding, right, in the 80s. And they found out there was a woman that was raped and beat real bad. They blamed it on those 5 boys.
Oh, yeah. I think I heard about that shit.
Yeah.
Did they ever get convicted?
Huh?
Did they get convicted?
Yeah.
No evidence?
They was in there. No evidence. And the mentally ill boy, he was in there the longest.
And did they get him out? Because if he's mentally ill, there's most likely no probable chance that he can hurt and rape anybody.
Yeah, but things probably happened to him. But they finally was released. I think in the 2000s or something. The other ones was released after like 2 or 3 years. He was released like maybe 2008, 2007. I don't know. But the point is, that dude was in there, man. I was like, wow. That reminded me of what happened to them. And plus, you say you're from New York, so I was like, wow. Yeah,
I was born and raised in Brooklyn, New York, and shit. But there's a lot of simps in these days. These people are pedophiles, true pedophiles. If you look at BMT, he kind of look like a pedophile. People say I look like a pedophile and shit. You can see if he got dreads in his hair. You look like a predator a little bit.
Predator.
you don't probably watch none of my videos though. He tried to get me on his show, and I can't stand his show sometimes. You can't control your own people and your panel, man. Control that mouse. There's people be talking for like 5 minutes at a time. I'm like, damn, man. Like, I need to hear all that. Okay.
Women get less time than men. Okay, that's what I would put on my recording. Since they get shorter time in jail, they'll get shorter time on my recordings. Okay, on my live feed, women get shorter time to speak than men. That will be my requirement. Because if you check every religious text, I respect everybody's religion. Therefore, I'll go by your religion. Your religion say women can't speak before man. Okay, then they won't be able to speak before man. Men will speak longer and louder.
The thing is that if you got a woman who's a dragon queen on the walk or unicorn, and I'm about to get in my next subject there, I'm gonna tell you, you should let her speak because that's rare. I do have a whole friend of mine. Her name is Tree. Okay, she don't watch none of my videos either, but she gave me the best head in the world. I didn't want no more motherfucking pussy when she gave me some fucking head, man. Have you ever had that before in your life?
No comment.
The dick sucking was so good. I said, how you learn that? It feels better than pussy. She said, like Jiffy lollipops, blow pops. I was like, what? She sucked my dick so good. I was like, what the? I was like, and I didn't even come. She just did it for at least about like 10 minutes or some shit.
When was this?
This happened way back in 2005 and 4 and shit. This is when I was like hot back in those days, man. I was hot. And then I was like, Jesus Christ, 30? That dick sucking was so good that we still are friends to this day. Sometimes she talks to me. She's a fire dragon female. If you talk to Tree, she will know how to talk. You talk for her to 3 hours. I swear to God. You would be talking to her 3 hours straight all of the time because she'd be talking about some interesting topics. She said she was raised by her father partially until he passed away or some shit. And it was kind of sad though. I was like, oh man. But she basically was
she sucked a man up who she wasn't married to. Her father wouldn't be very proud of that.
Yeah, but the thing is, the dick sucking to me was still my virginity. I lost my virginity through dick sucking because I accept dick sucking as the only way I can get fucked, okay, and strap-ons and shit like that. I was into that eccentric shit she liked. She said, yeah. I said, I don't care who she was fucking with. I just want to stick the dildo inside her and she sucked my dick. That's all it was. And the thing is, we was cool friends. We still friends to this day, man. But sometimes she has her own little psychological problems. But other than that, what I want to
bet.
Go ahead.
I bet.
Yeah, she was sent to the mental ward and shit one time, and I didn't know what she disappeared to because we was basically like we was cool as hell, and I don't know what happened. Something with her mom and shit like that, and then she got locked away and shit. But she's out now though. But we keep in touch on Facebook only. Now that's it.
Oh, send me her Facebook for research purposes.
Yeah, so you can get your dick sucked. She is perfect. I was like, Jesus fucking Christ, what did you learn that? So my daddy told me to suck lollipops. This is your daddy. I'm like, what the fuck is this? Your daddy told you to suck Jiffy Pop lollipops or some shit to do that? It's like a suction, you know what I'm saying? It's like a suction. Like she's actually literally sucking the nozzle, sucking the juices out of your nozzle.
I'm surprised that her daddy told her to. Her dad? Her real dad?
I don't know. I think that's what I remember telling her. Said, you learned that from what? Your dad told me to suck lollipops. And I start sucking them all the time and shit. I said, the fuck is that, okay? But you know what? Let's talk about the alphas and unicorns now. What do you think the ratio is compared to how many alphas is out there? You know what I mean by alpha, okay? And
yeah.
you know what I mean by and a unicorn. How many, what is the percentage of the whole world that you assume, okay, not just in America here, is obviously we got more simps in this country and more females who's definitely not virgins here. But other than that, what you know what I'm talking about when I say unicorn?
Yeah, that means like a female that's exceptional, basically. Exceptional. Just to sum it up, just one word, exceptional. They're exceptional, basically.
Yeah, and so I say the ratio of alphas in America, you know, it's basically pretty much slim to slim picking. It's like only like 5 to 10% out there. And I'd be like, if you just talk to a pimp, even a pimp can be a beta cuck because he's fucking his host. I said, you're not supposed to fuck your product. How are you, you know, what are you doing? I hear pimps talking like, do you fuck your product? Yeah, man, I get pussy every time I want. I'm like, that's not pimping though.
That's not. That's
supposed to do that. You get warts, herpes, all gonorrhea, chlamydia.
Exactly.
I'm like, you fucking your shit. Okay.
The thing is, look, that's the thing. Prostitutes, right? They're supposed to have sex with whoever has enough money to pay them, right? That means it can be a fat, ugly dude. It can be a dude with STDs. It can be anybody. But as long as they have enough money, you knowing this, why would you go and have sex with a prostitute knowing that that's the case? A pimp that has sex with prostitutes is an idiot. He's retarded. Plain and simple. And to answer your question from earlier, the ratio I think from that's to simps to that's from truly alpha men to basically NAWALT females. I think worldwide, I mean, I think both are pretty rare. Okay, no woman is truly a NAWALT. Let me just get that out the way. No woman is truly a.
Let me say something about that. In Ethiopia, there was nothing but beta males there. Nothing but beta males. You in all countries, almost every country. If you put your information out there saying how you should get paid, you should be tricking off women. You know that's not acceptable to most men. Like, you know that's a fact. Now, what you just said a little while ago. Now, no females truly 100%. Well, I agree with that. I definitely agree with it because my wife was a unicorn until I brought her here.
Exactly.
So the seasonal part, I agree with, okay, because she changed, man. She was not the same. That's why I said you want to be safe. You should bring your sister. And she made an agreement with me. She said, yeah, I'll think about it. Because I was talking to both of the sister and my wife at the same time and said, hey, we can balance this out because you don't want to see if I'm horny, right? And I want some pussy, okay? I'm not going to be fighting you about it. Okay? You already know that's the agreement that we made a pact upon. Okay, but no man should be fucking horny, okay? And I don't give a fuck. You know who I am. And you know how I touch that pussy, okay?
Exactly.
Because I used to sleep next to both of her and her sister in the bed and rub both of their booties at the same time.
Dang,
this is in Ethiopia, man. This is in Ethiopia.
You get over to them other countries and you can do whatever you want, man.
And her sister accepted me. Her sister accepted me. She was naked too, man. And I didn't. She exposed herself to me, and I said yes, but wait, because I wanted to take her to the hotel, but she never went to the hotel with me because she probably didn't get approval from her sister. And I said that just tell her when it's time, okay? Because she was I did take her out to eat. I took her sister out in Meseret to eat, but the problem was that I couldn't get the goodies. I could touch the goodies. Okay.
So why did you end up with the younger sister, not the older sister? What made you choose?
Because the younger sister's actually smart. Huh? She was my wife, y'all shit. She is smart. She knows 4 languages. Listen, and everybody tried to grasp onto her, stating, "Oh, I got 13% on my phone, so I should have enough time." She was smart enough to know the English language by 60%.
Okay. So it's because she spoke English.
Yeah, her English is very. Oh yeah, my wife just called and shit. I'm gonna try to talk to you a little bit more. She gonna have to walk a little bit, but other than that, my wife is very intelligent, man. She knows how to communicate. She gave me all of the videos. She gave me all of. Everybody bothering me now, man. Hey, let's leave off with that note there because I got to pick up my wife and change my daughter's diaper. You know what my daughter does? When she takes a shit, you know what she does?
What she do?
She pulls the pamper off. Time to change. I said, what the fuck?
She know what she doing. You know what I think? I think she could be potty trained. She could be fucking potty trained, dog.
Yeah, she's not 3 yet. But my wife is doing it right now. She's trying to potty train her. Good. Yeah, she's trained. She's gonna be trained. But I gotta get off of here, man. But it's nice talking to you, man. Write this stuff down right now, you know, so we can continue. Too, you can start the live video chat tonight, later on, whatever. You gotta pick her up,
bro. I'm gonna send you the PayPal link and all that, just in case you forgot it or whatnot. But yeah, yeah, dog. It was good talking to you about this. I want to travel one day, but I think, man, finding a virgin, finding a NAWALT is rare. That's what I'm scared of. That it's so rare.
We're gonna continue talking about the alpha and the unicorn, and then that's all I want to talk about. But you can continue on what we was talking about, whatever you want to talk. So I either get out of here. I'll talk to you later. Nice chat.
Nice chatting you too, man. Peace.
Okay. Peace, man. I love you all, but I hate the video of you. You know what to do and stuff. You can write all your comments, questions, and insults. You know how to donate. And other than that, I love you all, but I hate the many of you. I love animals more than humans, and I don't fuck them. And y'all have a good night.
Deuces. Have a rad day.
3, 2.